cresting over the horizon. It is a new day here in the West Coast. It's an old day over there on the East Coast. Halfway through.
And it's a new day in Salem, too.
It's a new day has come for everybody. We need Enya in here. Where's Enya? Is Enya coming through Salem? Come on, that was a great music reference. Very on point, very popular artist, even today in 2024. I'm lying. Hey, everybody, get out of your chair.
So, I don't know who that is.
She sang that "New Day Has Come" song, right? Who cares, everybody?
I don't know, honey.
Class is in session. All right, get out of the student union. Get across the quad. Leave your dormitories and fraternities and sororities behind because Professor Angela is here and it is time for Days for Dummies. Hi, everybody. It's me, Matt.
Hi, it's Kat. Good morning.
It's Angela with Matt and Kat.
And you know who else is here? Kelly, Jeannie, and Laura. Hello, you three. Say hello
Hi,
in the
guys.
chat. Hello. Anybody else
Howdy,
hanging
howdy.
out there in the wings? Find a seat. There's plenty in the lecture hall. And say hello.
Well, I was just thinking, we really didn't plan this class well. I mean, on a Sunday morning, these college kids are...
You're all hungover, but that's okay. Everybody else
Some
in
are
Salem
still
is-
drunk.
I mean,
Some
why
are
we-
still drunk, like me, the first time I took the SAT. Well, the only time I took the SAT.
well,
And their
I-
stamp is still on the back of their hand from where they
Yeah,
went.
we're definitely still wearing the clothes from the night before.
well, we do have adjunct Professor Brady here to teach everybody his ways in keeping life under control while under the raging substance of alcohol. So we'll see how
We're in a
successful
lot of
he
trouble
is.
if that's who's running the show.
We'll have to see how successful he
goodness.
is when it comes to imparting not only lessons to the students here at Salem University, but following his own advice.
Brady is he's
Going
having
through
some
some
issues.
things.
He's going through some things. Yes, he is. And you would think that when he realized Fiona was Fiona Cook, that he would have ran for the other side of Salem, but no, he ran halfway and then he doubled back.
He's like, I could use a drink.
Totally did a different kind of marathon with her.
I could use a handle. So, I mean, I guess that's a good place to start off with, huh? So here's the thing about Brady, and this is what I'm learning over the last year of watching Days of Our Lives and doing this podcast with you two, Days for Dummies. Hi, everybody, welcome. Brady's kind of a man-ho.
A himbo?
Yeah, you know, I don't know what words are triggering for you two. Not that we have to worry about that just yet, but yeah, a himbo, a man-ho.
Yeah.
Anybody could get it when it comes to Brady when he's single.
Anybody can get it.
That
Like,
jack
really?
of all jacks.
I mean, he's like from Kristen to Teresa to Ava for a moment because he's like, hey, I'm 3 cups deep and you're looking good, lady.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah, it's definitely I love the one you're with in your general vicinity kind
love
of.
the one
yeah.
that's in your peripheral vision.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Love the
You
one
know
you
what?
with.
Hey,
It's
Queen of
worked
the
out
South.
so well for him.
So far, I mean,
So, you know,
I mean, really, of that list, the people who have turned him down have been Ava. So, you know, I guess he's doing pretty good for himself.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
He seemed relieved when Fiona said that they didn't do the deed. He seemed awfully relieved, but I don't believe her necessarily. And if he hasn't yet, he's going to this coming week. I have a feeling.
I am pretty sure though he doesn't have to worry about her turning up pregnant.
That is true.
Mm.
That's
Yeah,
true.
I think her.
Hey,
I
Laura.
think her you know, her eggs are probably a little cooked.
I mean, oh my gosh, I was gonna riff on some jokes, but then I'm sure people would call that insensitive. You know, just
He can be taught.
I pay attention. I'm a smart, almost 40-year-old man. It's weird. I got to the age of 38 and I've just decided that I'm not 30 anymore. It's a strange mentality to be in. I was one that held on to youth. I wanted to be 9 forever.
Yep.
Yeah, age doesn't bother me. My father keeps trying to make it bother me. You know, when I turned 30, like literally my 30th birthday, he's like, well, you know, you're almost 40 now. My 40th birthday. You're almost 50 now. My 50th birthday, which was just this past May, he's like, well, now you're almost 60. And I'm just like, it's been decades and this has not bothered me, but I appreciate your commitment to the bit, Dad.
Every
I
10 years
do.
like clockwork. Yeah, so
Exactly,
you made it to
right?
another age, huh? You're
I
almost
tell you
80.
what,
I decided he's from
did,
New York.
I did something this past week that you have to be a certain age of.
Oh.
Signed up for my Social Security.
Mama's gonna get them government checks.
I sure am.
Ooh, nice.
Uncle Sam is paying those bills.
First direct deposit's supposed to happen in September. We'll see.
Congratulations.
It's true retirement, everybody. She is
True
now a full-time
retirement.
podcaster and
And
Poshmark
Daddy-
store owner.
And Daddy T's last day at work is August 9th. He's retiring as well.
August 9th.
Wow.
That means that there's going to be all kinds of time to party on August 10th.
There is.
Means you definitely need to knock every time you come home.
Oh, I would definitely knock on my mama's birthday anyway.
Yeah.
No, anytime.
Oh, well.
Dad's always going to be there.
It would be
No
really...
surface. You might want to bring your own Clorox wipes for every surface.
Yeah, no, they still live with my grandma Lou, so I don't know if it's going to go that real.
I think you're safe if you stay on the bottom level of the house.
That's where Grandma Lou is. Okay.
That's where Grandma Lou-
Grandma's territory.
Yes, she don't do the stairs. She does not go upstairs.
But you know who does do the stairs?
Mom and Dad. Anyway, congratulations from Kelly. Kelly says, awesome Mama Cat and awesome Daddy T. Laura says, that's great for you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
That's
So, yeah.
what's happening out here on the West Coast.
Everybody, Mom and Dad just taking after
Or
Brady.
loving the ones they're with. Or loving the one they're with.
Taking after Brady Black. All right, so this man needs rehab. He needs a girlfriend. It really is what it seems to be. Like, without a girlfriend, Brady is lost.
He does need a girlfriend, doesn't he? He needs
Okay.
a girlfriend all the time.
Let's keep it 100, okay? Brady is lost no matter what, okay?
And I tell you what, when it comes to when I
I think we
enjoy
might have
my-
killed Matt. Hold on.
I know.
Oh,
Is he
sorry.
okay?
I'm fine.
When it comes to eye candy, what I enjoy looking at on my days of our lives, it's Brady.
Mhm.
Alex, whatever, Alex. It's Brady. Brady's hot.
So you get it. You get why everybody's throwing themselves out. Won't be long before Maggie's like, hey, Brady.
Well, she had the grandfather.
There you go. I was going to
You
say.
know, things have gotten a little weird for me since Constantine left. He awokened some thoughts and feelings within me that I thought went dormant at the passing of Victor.
And my yearning has not surpassed.
And it has not gone away, Brady. I'm just
Awful. Suzanne Rogers, if you're listening,
a
I'm so
little
sorry.
lonely. No, she would love to play
Suzanne
that. Come on.
Rogers is going, I love messy soap. Tell me more.
I want this. New writers, Laura and Jean or whoever they are.
Mm-mm.
Take notes. Come sit in class. You might need it. I don't know. I don't know.
I was really proud of Ava though, because I wasn't 100. Ava has not made great decisions with boys in the past.
No.
So I was basing this opinion on how quickly she fell into bed with Stefan, a few months ago,
Mhm,
which
mhm.
wasn't that long ago, really.
Maybe
No.
she learned from it.
And I know that she had some yearning for him because he looked like the brother that she used to be with and stuff like that. I know that he had a twin and that used to be her man. So
Mhm.
maybe that was, but I was proud of her for actually okay, she's going to pass on something for once.
For once.
Wow.
I
A
was kinda
little bit
proud of
touchy
her.
there.
I was kind of proud of her. Maybe she does really have hair stuck in the back of her brain still.
It's a hard man to get over.
Oh my gosh. Laura says Brady needs is Brady the kid that needs the kind that needs a girl? The last time I looked, he was still a little kid. Well, Laura, they fast forwarded Brady big time on days. I don't know
He should be
exactly.
what, 12 or something?
I don't know exactly how many times they sourced him but
No, not
he's
that
definitely,
young, but
Well, they Saurused him and they did the time jump in the show.
I
they
guess that matters.
desaurused Kristen.
Oh, they made Kristen a little younger.
Yeah.
Soap opera rapid de-aging syndrome.
Well,
Sortas.
it's a good thing because if they're going to have her hitting the sheets with Alex and stuff, they need to desource her a little bit to make it a lot less what you were referring to with
Kristen,
Maggie.
we're gonna find out that she's not been desourced. She's just frozen in time, and Kristen does not age. She has been perpetually 48 and will always be.
There's a picture, a portrait in the attic that's
Yes.
aging.
Yes. Well, Kristen just stays perfect.
It would be, if there was going to be of that portrait in the attic, it would definitely be the DeMira mansion. That's definitely.
But you guys, that's Salem City. That's Salem Silly. I could see them doing that. That's Salem Silly.
There was a man that I met in my travels as a young woman. He was interesting, well-traveled, intelligent, wise beyond his years.
Mm-hmm.
A man named Gray. Dorian Gray, to be exact.
So Grady was born in 92.
Okay.
Okay, so he's supposed to be 29?
I don't do math. I don't know. I hire people for math.
Supposed to be 29.
Whenever I need more than one apple, I
No,
call somebody for
92,
help.
31.
31.
So so at this point, he's just been bumped up 10, 15 years.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
At this point, it was pretty bad for him. It's bad on Kristen's point of view because she
I was going to say, Kristen.
She babysat him as an infant.
And a toddler.
She was in the delivery room. She named him. Like all of that stuff isn't true.
Yeah, she was the number one coach. Just push. You're almost there.
Just Lamas.
You're almost there.
When did Kristen change her name to Demira? She was still a Blake last time I watched. Lots has changed, Laura. She has embraced her Demira heritage. And she's the worst of the lot. And we love her for it.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you, she give all of them a run for their money, every single one of them, including Gabby, who seems to me, has seemed to have gone to the school of Kristen. But they're not all that different. They both could pretty much do anything self-serving, anything to self-serve.
Oh yeah,
anything.
totally. And she is.
I love watching Gabby though.
Gabby's so beautiful.
Gabby, she's too much.
Yeah.
And she cracks me. I can't help it. I look forward to seeing what Gabby's going to wear next because she looks like she's ready to go to the club at 9 a.m. in the morning. It doesn't matter.
God, yeah.
It doesn't matter where she's going or what she's doing. She's dressed for the club.
I feel like they really, I don't know. Okay, so I'm spinning here because that's what we do. We are not back there. We don't know these people. But it feels like they cast this replacement for Gabby and went, oh, we got someone good. We got someone real good. Let's just 100% all in on this character. Like, she came out of jail Spitfire and she looks the nines. She's in the middle of it all. And the future is bright for Gabby.
And when she first got out of jail, she ran to where her daughter is and stayed for 7 minutes.
Yes. And then came back to all of the action back here in the heart of
Salem to try to blow everything up.
Oh my God, I absolutely love that. And she's
stayed for 7 minutes, you guys.
She's gonna be the one that figures out the whole Connie thing.
I think she might.
She's gonna blow that thing wide open.
Yeah.
I saw a little picture, and I think that Connie might be getting a little close to Everett with a knife next week.
Well, she had convinced herself on Thursday or Friday that he was the next one that needed to go.
Ghost Lee convinced her. All right,
yes.
let's not split hairs here. Okay, that's not a manifestation.
The
of her crazy mind.
wise sage that is Ghost Lee.
Ghost Lee, okay, so clearly this is a figment of her imagination, and before it's all over, we are going to be getting a pottery scene. We have to.
Pottery scene.
Just
Oh,
Connie, just in a tank top, just
Connie?
oh my love, and then here's Ghostly's hands just around his arm. I wish we could have done this before I killed you. Oh,
And right before they do that scene, Matt, they should have her Connie hacking off her hair.
just trying to give herself to me. Then before you know it,
No,
President
what they
Fitzgerald
should
Grant is
do,
knocking on the
Oh
door. What's that?
God.
what they should do is be Days of Our Lives and have that scene be with Gabby and have a love triangle between Stefan, Gabby, and Ghostly.
Ghostly.
Come on. That's where the gold would be.
Oh my God, I'm writing that down. I'm gonna. Oh my God, have we had the ghost love story yet?
I
Because
don't think so.
that could
Well,
be.
not like that, but there was the whole Gideon and what was her name, guys?
Man,
The
Gideon's such a
diary.
good name.
The diary with Pat and Kayla, Gideon, and
Oh, that sounds like
Before
such
our
I
a.
don't want to look it
That's
up.
Gideon
I've been
is such
looking
an
up so
old
many
timey
things.
ghosty name. So what she wrote to a ghost who replied to her in a journal or something?
It was a storyline with a diary they found, and they had to help this couple that.
But she fell in love with the journal entries. I wish I knew
Well,
who this man
no,
was.
they were already in
Who's
love with each other.
manifested
It was
in
Patch and
visions?
Kayla back in the day. Who was it? I want to say Sarah,
Let us
but I
know,
don't think
folks. And
that's what
also,
it
while
is.
you're at it, go, when we're done here, come back to this video and leave us a comment on what you think is the earliest goofy Days of Our Lives storyline that you can think of. We are trying to track
Emily
down
and Gideon.
Emily and Gideon. We're trying to track
Oh,
down what could be considered the very first goofy ass Days of Our Lives story. So if you guys can contribute in the chat or in the
Mhm.
comments and let us know your earliest memories of goofy Salem, we're trying to figure it out.
Mhm.
Goofy Salem.
Laura also likes the name Gideon. Gideon is a great soap name. Gideon is a great classic old-timey name. And if you're going to be writing about some sort of man in a journal who may or may not be manifesting in the dark corners of your bedroom at night, Gideon's the name
Mhm.
for that. I'm with it.
Mm-hmm.
They were given like an old Southern mansion,
Hmm.
and they found the journal
Excuse me.
of a Southern woman who was in love with a Union soldier in Civil War times.
Oh. And did it rekindle the
Yes.
love between Steve and Kayla
And
because of this journal?
they played out their love story as portrayed by Mary Beth Evans and Stephen Nichols while they were also Patch and Kayla. It was a whole thing.
Oh, I mean, that sounds kind of cool.
Yeah.
Kind of sweet as well. Next time we just need to
Yes.
do possession, where they go to this cabin and then the possessed spirits of the ghosts inhabit the body of
Yeah.
Steve and Kayla. And it's like the ghosts are now able to take their tangible love and hug each other one last time. Kind of like
Mhm.
Al in Quantum Leap dancing with his wife as the hologram. Come on, these deep cut references are so on point if you know what I'm talking about.
I do know what you're talking about. Yes.
Y'all have seen far more TV and TV and film than I have.
Up to a certain point, my knowledge really starts to take a big dive in about the year 2006.
Well, I just discovered this great new show, which is not a new show at all. It's
Oh.
already completed its entire run, and I've always been meaning to watch it, but I just started watching it, and I'm obsessed. Scandal.
It's so good, isn't it?
It's so
It's
good.
so
And
good.
like this week I'm in season 3. I just started watching it like last weekend.
Then I should have
Matthew
said.
enjoyed some Scandal.
I
I
really
know that.
do. I really do. I did. And then, I should have said the President Fitzgerald Grant reference louder for you a little bit earlier, because at the end of the pottery thing, I said, and then President Fitzgerald Grant knocks on the door. Because he played the bad guy that got sucked to hell by the
He
shadow
did.
demons at the end of
He
Ghost.
absolutely did play the
Tony
bad guy.
Goldwyn. Tony Goldwyn's the
Mhm.
name.
Yes.
Laura says that a ghost story wouldn't be too far out there for Days of Our Lives, and she's a
Oh,
classic
God, no.
a classic Days watcher. She knows the history, doesn't know the current.
Yeah.
She knows the history pretty well, and if
Mhm.
she's on board, then I'm on board too.
Yes.
Hey, James. The devil brought back to life a few of the dead just a few years ago on Days. I think Vincent Irizarry was a part of that.
Yeah, I
He-
called
he-
him David Irizarry earlier. I
Yeah,
put his two
whatever.
characters together, but it's I put David Hayward.
You did, but it was just while we were chatting, so I was like, I'm not going to say anything. It's just us.
Vincent, yeah, he played a Demos Kyriakis or
Not the
something
first
like
time I've
that.
done that.
Demos Kyriakis. I don't know exactly what he was up to, but he was the Kyriakis. I know that. Demos. Anyway, other people are in Salem other than Brady.
Mm-hmm.
And
Brady
Fiona.
and the people Brady wants to sleep with.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, he doesn't really want to sleep with Gabby yet.
I hope they don't. I really don't want them to have a long arc of Brady drinking. I hope he comes to his senses rather quickly, and we don't have this big drunken Brady all the time.
I would like it to be short-lived, yes.
I would.
Also because I am not totally sold on his reason for throwing away his sobriety. I get that Brady's a dumb guy, but also at the same time, this is Teresa we're talking about. Come on, man.
No, but here's the thing. Alcoholics don't actually need a reason to throw away their sobriety. They throw it away because they're alcoholics.
Because they're just like, this is an excuse.
That's the thing. Yeah. And that's not me bashing addicts in any way, shape, or form. I'm just saying things I've learned from having family members that were addicts is that they don't need a reason to drink.
Yeah.
Their reason to drink is that they're an alcoholic.
Well, I guess my alcoholics on TV, I want a stronger reason.
Did you watch West Wing?
No, I did not watch West Wing.
Well, if you liked Scandal, you would have loved West Wing.
I know that Mark Harmon was on West Wing, right?
He was.
And then so was Alice and Janney, and they played a couple. And I know that...
Ish.
And I know that they liked each other a lot. Mark Harmon's on NCIS or something nowadays, or wasn't. And I know
if you watch West
something
Wing,
bad happened in a
see
convenience
a lot
store.
of people that were on Scandal.
Oh, is it? But it's not a Shonda show. Was Shonda
it's not a Shonda show.
Huh.
No, I don't. I mean, she might have been a writer in later, like the first half of the series. Only the. Why am I losing his name now? This is because I'm sick.
Oh,
West Wing is my all-time favorite series.
Are you talking about Martin Sheen?
She's the president, right?
No, I'm not. Yes, I'm not talking about the actors. I'm talking about the writer of.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Oh my God! This is my crazy.
You look it up while I read the chat here. Wait, isn't Brady and Fiona related somehow? Asked Laura. I don't think so. I think Fiona is independent from the bloodlines of Salem.
Right, because Fiona was married to Titus, but Titus
is the Kyriakis.
Right.
And Cook is her real name?
I don't know.
Is a Cook?
I don't know. Somehow Xander has Cook. So I don't think.
Yeah, I think it was her maiden name, Aaron Sorkin. How could I not remember the name Aaron? So this is how cloudy my brain is now.
That's all good, Angela. We're here to talk about Days of Our Lives anyway. So long as you can think about Salem. No, I'm not. It's not a criticism. I'm just saying if you can think about Salem, then we're still in a good spot.
Yes. No promises.
So I don't think there's any direct blood tie other than a temporary union, I guess, between Fiona and a Kyriakis family member.
It looks like Xander's like he seems to be like he's just like, oh my God, now with everything. But I can already see Xander like trying to stuff down the bad Xander. Bad Xander wants to reappear real bad.
Oh, look at all this money.
Bad Xander.
All this money, Sarah.
It's almost like little Xander.
All of our dreams can come true. All of our evil, nefarious thoughts can be realized.
And Matt, they missed the mark, didn't they? They had the opportunity to have Emily walk off as Teresa and walk back on.
But instead, she just turned a little bit around, went right back into town and said, I did it.
Yeah, she did. She went right to the mansion instead.
I did it.
And now she's going to turn herself in. I will believe it if I see it on
Who's she going to turn herself into? Jade is too busy and Rafe's in a coma. Those are the only cops.
I know, and Goldman's dirty, so she's not there.
Yeah, like who's she gonna? She's gonna walk into an empty station and be like, "I did it."
She can just go find Abe. He used to be.
Abe is busy producing
Can you give me a number?
He's gonna be auditioning Marlena next week. He doesn't have time for this. There was a preview that shows. I don't know if it's Marlena or another character she plays, or if it's supposed to be the actress who plays the home and heart or whatever, heart and soul. actress from Abe's show that he loves so much or whatever, but they have her just in just decked out ridiculous soap clothing in the doorway being like, I'm here for my close-up, Mr. DeVille.
Well, I think all that's going to be super goofy.
It's going to be super goofy and super fun. It's going to be the
It
comedy
is.
portion. We need
It
to
is.
get Leo
It's gonna be goofy
involved
and fun.
in some way because Leo's flapping around
Yes.
too much with his little one-lining bits with this person here and that person there, and ooh, I have a crush on this doctor here, and ooh, I'm going to drop a little line there. He needs involvement in the soap.
I think he'd be great, Billy Crystal, for the remember the soap.
Yes, I remember soap. I remember my brother liking soap a lot, and then there was that lady from Who's the Boss. She was in it.
Yeah, Catherine something.
Catherine something.
Yes.
Do you buy
Like a-
Teresa's regret? I buy Teresa's regret that she got caught.
Exactly.
I buy that she is feeling bad because everybody found out, and she feels bad that everybody found out, and she feels bad because everybody found out.
Yeah,
You
and she
know.
don't have her sights on someone else new to be able to have this charmed life. That's what she's sad about too. Give her time.
Yeah, is it regret? Sure. Is it regret inspired by being caught? Yes. Would the regret have been there if she hadn't been caught? No, it wouldn't
No,
have been.
because as we know, when she got caught, she didn't come clean with everything. She let
No.
that all just be found out in nefarious ways as well.
Wait a minute.
She didn't
There
confess
was
to
a woman
anything.
matching your description in a hood with my baby in her arms. It was you, wasn't it, Teresa? Why would you take me and Sarah's baby like that?
Mhm.
And then he flexed.
The baby was never in any harm's way.
And
I
he
would never
flexed.
harm the baby, yeah, because he's got muscles.
But anyway, I could see those eyebrows going down for Xander.
Maybe I'm
He's
going to
gonna be
use some of
bad
my
Xander
vast
again.
fortune to get revenge.
Unfortunately, he'll probably mess up things with Sarah being bad Xander.
Bad
So,
Xander.
He's
Good
gonna-
Xander. Bad Xander.
You know how much money Alex spent on you, trying to woo you. I'm going to spend the same sum ruining your life. Yeah?
It's a
Yeah?
good thing Victor was so rich because I
Because,
think Alex spent some of that money.
like, Alex is going to have to sell a number of his assets and give that cash right back to Xander. He already is packing up his office. I don't understand how this job things work. I don't understand how, I was the son until we found out that I'm not, so now I don't have this job. I don't understand that.
Well, it was because he owned the company.
Oh.
The son owns the company.
Got it. So it's less like the director of operations and more like, I just have the most stock,
Right.
and so this is my office.
Exactly.
Understood.
Kind of like
Understood.
how the Damaras do that with the revolving door, of leadership
All right,
there.
I'll give you my
Right.
stock. All right, but I'm going to give it back in 2 years when you need it for a story.
And who's really running that company? That secretary we saw last month, who was so awesome.
Well, when are we going to have the
She was
Kristen?
so
When are
awesome.
we going to have the Kristen and Dottie or whatever the hell her name was scene? Because her stuff with EJ was great. Her stuff with Kristen would be off the charts. Come on,
I
Days of
liked
Our
her a lot.
Lives.
She was so fun.
If you're looking for a
So
white
entertaining.
male to cast, I mean, I'm here. Just saying. Anyway.
So out of that,
You could play the ghost of Connie's first victim.
That would be so fun. Like I could stab Lee's
wonder-
ghost.
and it's I wonder-
A love triangle with two ghosts over.
Dan Aykroyd is going to guest star.
Oh my god.
it would be very interesting to know, how many victims does Connie have? This could
Right?
be her stint.
That's what I'm saying.
We're going to find out that every murder that's happened in Salem since 2008 was actually Connie.
Boy.
Oh my god.
She's gonna do something else for sure. She gonna try to, Bobby might be the one to stop her because, maybe he'll spin around in time.
Yeah. Nobody's gonna spin around in time. Let's see. So So Days of Our Lives likes to have crazy people on it. We had Crazy Nurse Whitley for a while. Don't forget
Mhm.
Nabe, right? We had radioactive Paulina. Now we just have frantic Paulina. I don't want any more medication doctor Paulina. I don't want to be old Paulina.
Mhm.
Is she
Well,
going to jump into an anti-aging machine and walk out and be 26?
and
Because
Yes.
steal Johnny from Chanel.
I understand that Passions was a show, but I think that Days needs a little more passions in it. And and I think maybe a machine that de-ages Paulina for a little while.
Oh yeah, you know what they're going to send down? It's going to be like a body snatcher pod. Paulina's going to pop out of that.
Oh my God.
You guys are gonna make this show seem normal when all of these things don't
Good.
happen.
Oh,
It's
good.
just gonna seem like a regular old soap.
See,
Well, at least there wasn't body snatchers.
it's funny because like if we were to like continue to riff with this and like take it online and be like, hey Twitter, you don't like what's going on right now, well it could be what if Paulina gets de-aged in a machine. We don't have that, so you should be happy with what we do have. And I'm sure the response would be, wow, that sounds so much better.
And then
Actually, the response would be, why did you put that out into the universe? And then in like a year and a half, when there's a de-aging machine, people are gonna come for us.
Oh,
and,
and
and don't forget this.
lawsuit.
Somebody's going to go in that de-aging machine. Someone's going to go in there. And when it pops up open, when they're done, you know what's going to happen?
Yeah, it's gonna be a big, yeah,
Fly.
right. Rachel will inadvertently go into the de-aging machine, but it's set for 20 years younger.
Somebody knocks John Black into it in a fight. Knocks into it. The door closes. Somebody bumps it, and it pushes him 30 years into the future. He falls out as Dick Van Dyke.
Oh, Jesus.
Step in time, step in time.
I see what you did there.
Sometimes the brain does work. Sometimes I'm able to put together something real fun real quick. All right. Sarah and Alex. Alex and Justin. Oh, Alex and Justin. You guys were totally right. You ladies, you women, you beautiful, strong, smart women of power were totally correct. Because last week I'm like, sure, Justin's going to forgive Alex, but what I want him to be is like, Alex, man, you made me feel like cat pee, right? But he didn't even say that. He was just like, come here, boy. Not just once.
He was just like,
Yeah.
all
But
is
twice.
forgiven. Yep.
He's a good daddy.
Goodness. Well, but here's my problem. Here's my problem. Alex didn't
Sure.
deserve
This is
that.
only an hour-long podcast, Matt.
Oh well, you know. So when I was 7, like okay, but where's the drama?
Well, actually, Matt, I think that I liked it. I did exactly what I thought Justin was going to do.
Yeah.
Because that's not where the drama is. The drama is everything else going on around them.
Okay, but I wanted
You know,
what-
Justin
I just-
is that port in the storm for Alex because he's the good daddy.
Okay, this is what it comes.
But
Oh yes,
I do think that he could have said a little something, and this is what Mama Cat would have done.
I'm
All
into
right,
it.
I love you and everything, and you're forgiven, and all is over. However, you do this shit again, and my size 10's up your ass.
Yeah, there you go. Just something. Maybe it's less of a man. How come Justin did that, and more of a man. Why couldn't Wally Kurth have the opportunity to have some sort of impassioned monologue? I think that's really where the mindset is.
But I think he did. It was just didn't have the emotional base that you wanted it to.
Well,
but I do
then
think
that makes it bad because it's not what I want, and I'm the only person that matters.
All right, Veruca Salt.
I want it now.
I want it. I want it. I want it.
I want a golden egg laying goose now.
All right, Wonka, how much for the goose?
Oh, goodness gracious. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Folks, if you haven't seen that movie, how? I know what our demographic is. I know the age range of the people that watch this show. You've seen Willy Wonka.
Fast forward the train scene because Matt can't take it.
It's the boat. It's the boat in the tunnel. To this day, I'm still creeped out. What's with that centipede on the guy's face? Like, so weird.
Gotta let
So
it go,
weird.
man. You gotta let it go.
So Tate just doesn't engage in social media is my question, because the fact that he hasn't been able to like post any pictures from lacrosse camp onto his Instagram account, I think should be a big sign that he's not there.
Well, could also be, that what happens at lacrosse camp stays at lacrosse camp.
His friend is just always wearing the lacrosse mask in every
Yeah, I know,
photo.
right?
They don't. They said they were going to be disconnected there. Didn't they refer to that?
It's
Did they?
camp.
Yeah.
One time at lacrosse camp,
Okay, Xander.
I
Or
can't
Brandon,
stop.
Brady. Excuse me,
Mhm.
Brady.
Yes.
Going after Stifler's, Xander's, just mothers in general.
Mhm.
Kristen, Teresa, Fiona, Ada.
I think
They all have
Teresa's
children.
going. I think Teresa going to New York is going to stop at the camp. I
But
think
isn't the
Teresa
camp
might
in
be
like,
trying
isn't
to
it? Yeah, I
stop
thought it
at
was
the
in like
camp when she
France
gets
or
her-
something. Isn't it overseas?
But she doubled
don't
back
know.
and went back to the house. Never mind.
Listen, I don't know nothing about anything, okay? I don't know crap. All I know is that somehow, who's feeding this man? Is it Holly? Holly's just bringing him food?
God help him.
How is Tate eating?
What was the last time they did teen pregnancy on Days of Our Lives?
2 years, I don't know.
A long time?
Yeah.
Because I have a feeling there might be a little fake black baby.
There might be. There might
There
That'd be
might
one
be.
hell of a way that they had to tell their parents that he didn't go to lacrosse camp and they haven't stopped seeing each other.
And then Teresa can claim that it ain't his baby because he wasn't there.
Excuse me.
Holly's
Maggie,
just like, so there was this ghost,
Maggie's like, wow, Holly,
immaculate conception.
I gotta say, Holly, I gotta admit, you seem to be very happy living in this house. I mean, you're glowing, you're putting on a little bit of weight, it looks like happy weight. Just, you scamp. Get on out of here. And just Maggie doesn't realize.
Mm-mm.
Kat and I were little kids when Willy Wonka came out, says Jeannie. And that's true. It is a very, very old movie
I went and saw it at the Walker Theater.
Wow. He is the one that wanted consequences for a child from a parent, and now he's talking this kind of shit, Kat.
I'm just being mean. I learned it from Mom.
Mhm.
That's not true. My mom's a very sweet lady. She's never been mean to anybody in her life. Just go talk to people at Walmart who refuse to give her returns.
Or talk to anybody that I think disrespects my kid in any way. I just
Oh
go
gosh,
berserk.
that's the main thing. That's the main thing. So one time my sister had this gerbil or hamster or something that she didn't realize was nocturnal, right? And so it was nocturnal. She's like, man, this thing's boring. It's always asleep. And so Mom tried to take it back to the store, but the store was like, we can't take back the live animals. So my mom's like, well, you can take this back and put it in the case, or I'm just going to throw it in the garbage can. And so they took the animal back. Didn't refund her, but they took the animal back.
I told them 100 times. I don't want my money back. I don't require my money back. We made a mistake. You may take it back and sell it twice. It's perfectly healthy. And they said blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. I said, okay, I'm putting it in the trash right outside the door. Because this thing ain't going back home with us. But you can have it back for free. And they said, you're a terrible person. I said, yes, thank you, I am. But here. Yeah, I'm bad. Here. And they took it back and sold it twice and got over themselves.
My mom would never have thrown it in the garbage can. She would have
Yes,
found another
I
home
would
for
have,
it. Don't
Matt.
say that on the internet.
Sorry.
You guys are going to get
Don't
letters.
say that on the internet. Oh my gosh. PETA's going
This
to
is
be
being
after us.
recorded.
PETA, it's going to be there. I'm going to have to find a way to edit this out. My mother's
You brought it
statements
up,
do
Matt.
not
I just
reflect.
told the truth.
Mother's
I
statements do
just
not
told-
reflect the official opinions of 10th Floor Podcast
Or me.
or Angela.
I am anti-throwing small furry animals in the trash
Here's the
because
thing, though.
they didn't entertain your child.
Here's the thing. Here's the truth about it, though. If she'd have thrown that thing in the garbage can, what would have happened? The thing would have climbed out and found somewhere to live.
You would have found her. Would have been revenge.
And I'm sure there was
There's a ghost
something to eat
hamster.
in that garbage can too. Whatever. Sorry.
She's haunted to this day by the ghost of this hamster.
I know,
It's
right?
on the shoulder of Li Shen.
Someday she's going to be confronted by a hamster that is the great, 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 great,
Yeah.
great, 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 great something of that hamster. The
Uh,
family revenge plot has been passed down through the generations, which is really hard to do with animals that only live a few months. Like their entire lives are devoted to this revenge. Hello,
oh
my name
my
is
gosh.
Hamster Montoya.
Mr. Montoya.
I'm here for
You
your
threatened
mother,
to throw my
my father.
ancestor into the garbage.
Well, I was possessed at the
Prepare.
time. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh. Does somebody want a peanut?
All right, guys, we have lost the
Oh
plot.
my gosh, we've fallen off the rails entirely. That's all right. The chat's chuckling along. Laura jokes that Mama Cat, you're gonna get canceled.
I know, right?
So Bobrit is continuing to try to pull the wool over everybody's eyes, but he is failing miserably because he can't not flirt with Jada. He can't not be mean to Stephanie. And now Marlene is sitting in that chair watching him perform, being like, all right, gay.
Mm-hmm. He was mean to Kayla too.
See, you can't be mean to Kayla. Kayla is the angel of Salem.
She's the angel of the hospital, at least.
She's the angel. She has to look at Steve Johnson's missing eye patch on a regular basis. She's an angel. Just the void in his head that used to be an eye.
I need you like I need a hole in the head.
You got one.
Look at Angela's face. Like, you too.
Kelly says, you three never had it, but I still love you. We were off the rails from the moment we started, and that's true.
Yeah,
the intro was very
yeah.
rough. It was a very rough intro this morning.
Oh,
Jeannie says, now back to days.
Getting back to Bobby and Everett and Jada and Stephanie.
So so Bobrit's failing at pretending to be Everett because he just can't stop being mean to people, really. It is what it is,
But his explanation is actually a good explanation. He's just taking it too far. It's too far. There's too much difference. But with the integration of the two personalities, that's a good spiel of the reason why is I'm feeling what he's feeling, and their integration, and maybe Everett's going to have more edge going forward. It looks like it's believable, but he's taking it too far. There's too much contrast.
So do we get to a point? This is what I want. Like, I'm not trying to be silly with this. This is genuinely what I think would be an interesting way to handle this integration fully of the two personalities going forward. Kind of a darkened set, misty, a little bit, some light on Marlena, Everett, and Bobby. And they have a scene, the 2/3 of them, 2 actors, 3 characters. And it's supposed to be kind of in the mindscape of Bobby, right? As Marlena talks to the 2 personalities, they work their stuff out. They have their emotional yada yada. Blake Bears gets a moment to try to win an Emmy because apparently he's very good.
I think we need to throw Stephanie and Jada into there too.
Just throw it into the mix. I just said Marlena because it's Marlena, you know what I mean?
I know, I'm just saying, I'm picturing, the landscape of Bobby's brain.
Yeah. And then they can blend into one and then come out of the Mindscape fantasy sequence. But, do something that isn't just the 2 actors sitting in the office talking about it. Go somewhere with it.
Yeah. And they kind of showed us that a little bit in the past, Matt, a little bit, that idea. Yeah. Remember when he was being hypnotized the first time and Bobby manifested and was like looking and had the like smoke behind him and stuff?
Yes.
It was kind of like that.
Yes. I just like
I'm just saying we could have,
Hey, Double C.
Bad Jada and bad Stephanie, or good Stephanie, just fighting it out for...
Yeah, like little guys on their shoulders, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be interesting. We could spend some time on it too, give it a good half hour. We have time on Days of Our Lives, okay? The show's been renewed for a while. You can spend the time on it. It's not gonna wreck things for you going forward, and it might be really interesting. They're still pretty high in the Peacock list though, so you know they're doing well for themselves over there on
Yeah, I
days.
think
You
they're
know,
doing
it's
all right
hard to
over at
compare
Days.
them to the rest of the shows because they don't have the Nielsen, but
Mhm.
but they're doing well.
So,
Don't
so,
worry
so
about
you
days.
guys, so you guys, so Ron's gone,
Ron's gone.
and we have two. We
Yeah,
have
you're done.
head writers, right?
Yes.
That were
Yes,
already writing on the show previously.
I believe that's the case.
Okay, so we don't have new. We don't have new. It's new leadership, but it's not new employees.
Yeah, so it was
Yes.
promotion from within, and I don't think
All
that
right.
either one of these ladies have held the role of head writer before.
No, I don't think so.
So Ron had and over on GH, Elizabeth Cordy had been a head writer in the past,
Mhm.
but I don't think these ladies have been. So it's going to be brand new for them. So it'll be brand new for us as well. And what do we talk about here on the 10th floor? Fresh blood is good.
It is.
Come
It
up with
is.
some good, unique ideas.
And
Approach things
since
in
they were
interesting ways.
since they were on the writing team together previously, I'm sure that they must work well together, or they wouldn't be put in this position.
Well, one could hope.
Together. Exactly.
One
One
absolutely hope. Jeannie reminds us that Ron will air until next April, so there's a while before we start to see this stuff roll out. But that also means, though, that maybe Ron worked his way up to some sort of exciting conclusion for the end of his run. Wouldn't that be something?
Wouldn't that be cool?
I mean, that'd be really cool. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, April's a long ways away. There's lots of life to live between now and April.
It's almost a year. It's like 9 months. It's a long time. It's a
is.
long time. But, we talk about that about days often, though. They're so far ahead of themselves, they kind of trip over it sometimes.
Mhm.
So, Jeannie says that Everett had trauma, like seeing his mom or dad kill or abuse somebody. And that's something that we speculate about often here on the 10th floor. Pretty sure that sets the direction that things are going to go in. Maybe in this misty mindscape, we can cast a couple of parents for him as well as they come fading in and out of his memories.
And when he was faking when he was hypnotized the second time. He was faking, but he led Marlena to believe that he's blocking out his father beating on him.
Yes. Yeah, well, that's what he led us to believe.
Yes.
What's great about this?
I have a feeling that's not what it is.
What's great about this character, though, is they could make any suggestion that they wanted a couple of months ago, a couple of weeks ago, or even yesterday, and it can still be totally false and fabricated and still make sense that it was false and fabricated. So they got a lot of room and leeway with this story to make it really interesting if they wanted to. I think it's way better than it had been when it started, and we've said that before.
Mm-hmm.
I think that we're getting toward wrapping it up, though, especially if Connie's about to stab him.
Yeah, I think next week Connie will try to stab him. I don't know which day, maybe early in the week, maybe later, but I think next week.
Stuff is moving forward pretty quickly, I mean, I know that that Eric and Nicole being on their way out seems very fast forwarded, but they sort of have been working up to this since the drugged cupcake,
Yeah.
The fact that they're leaving the show entirely is due to circumstances in 2024, but the fact that they're together and have a kid and are leaving off into the sunset, it's been years working up to that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, honestly, it's been decades because, Eric and Nicole are...
They've always
They're a
loved each
thing.
other.
They have been for a while.
They've always loved each other. So they're gonna go away. But then on the Holly side of stuff, like Holly's kind of on fast forward as they find the new position for her, where she's like, all this stuff is happening, and then what am I? Well, and then Maggie's like, well, come on, live with me, and Nicole's like, okay, like, boom, 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 boom.
I thought Nicole was quick to agree to that, but Holly has some good reasoning, though. I mean,
senior year,
take the Tate thing out of it. Let's pretend there is no Tate. But the whole senior year and taking that a year away from me and my experiences at home, and I don't know anybody there. I mean,
my best friend Sophia. I
thought Holly's reasons were good reasons, but I thought Nicole sure did agree awfully quick.
She sure did. But that, that's just because the story demanded it. But I guess I don't know. I guess are they done now? Did they leave? Are they leaving next week? I mean,
next week.
They're leaving next week, and I think that's actually going to, a lot of airtime will be next week. I think they're going to do a tour of goodbyes.
Yeah.
So a lot of
and
time
that will take some time
with Eric and Nicole.
But that's okay.
Oh man, I hope I don't know. Like, it's gonna be fun. Like, he'll have a good scene with Roman. He'll have a good scene with Marlena.
Mhm.
She'll have some good scenes with Holly and with EJ, and I don't know who else Nicole is really connected to because that's
Abe.
really all she's been hanging out with.
Abe.
Abe.
Yeah,
Abe.
she'll
Oh,
probably
that's
have a
right.
good one with Abe.
Because Abe's like, I don't remember you, but I remember thinking you're my daughter.
Mhm.
Something like that. Somebody told me.
Mhm.
So sad that Ari was treated that way, so I wish her and Ken can make up. I don't know. We'll
Yeah.
see. We'll have to see. I think the ball is heavily in Days of Our Lives court, but also from like a professional side of things, they've dealt with this situation. You know, the people involved are no longer there. They've made some changes, addressed the problem. So maybe now it's up to Ari Zucker to decide if she wants to. It seems like she did other stuff. You know, she did a movie or something, right? Some TV thing.
I don't know. I
I think she
haven't.
did. I
Has she
think
been
she
on
did.
other soaps?
I don't know.
I don't think she has. I think Days was the only.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure she did get involved in some other project though, whether it was an episode of TV or a TV movie or something. She did do something recently, so it's not like she's left Days of Our Lives and is just sitting at home wondering what her next move is going to be.
No. And I wonder, what's Greg gonna do now? What's Greg Vaughn gonna do now?
I
know.
mean, maybe he got an offer, you
Is he
know,
really off the show? Is he really done?
or is he
Well,
back
he's going
already?
to be at GH Fan Club weekend.
He's going to be
I
at
saw
GH Fan
that.
Club weekend. Oh, so he's free to do that without other contractual obligations to other shows to not appear for their events.
Yeah, that's next weekend.
You know, Graceland is coming in October, and we're too poor to go. So donate to the show, everybody. Because my mom decided to let my dad retire. Holly would now try to get away with stuff and with Grandma Maggie, and yeah, Grandma Maggie's gonna miss a lot of it until she catches it, and she's gonna go, "What the hell is your problem?" I didn't make it this far with red hair by being stupid, Holly. Okay, and you're being stupid. The way that I twist Angela's face is just funny.
I think Holly will get by with a little bit.
Oh yeah, definitely. Maggie's gonna be
Get by with
well,
some
Maggie's
stuff.
gonna be leaning very heavily on like, oh, be comfortable, oh, be happy, oh, my grandbaby.
Mhm.
You know how grandmas are.
Hmm.
You know, your grandma. You know.
I'm not a grandma yet, but
You
Mom
know,
is.
well,
Mama Cat is.
Well, my point of view, she's over there. You know, you know what it's like. You got grandbabies, and now my aunt has a grandma now too. So congratulations to my aunt.
Yes.
First time granny aunt grandma.
Congratulations, Auntie.
I'm gonna have to
And
call her Aunt Grandma
Yes,
now.
I'm a great auntie.
You're great
Great
aunt.
aunt.
Oh, look at you! Look at that! That's
My little
amazing.
Avery.
Congratulations to the growing and
And it's
expanding
funny too
family.
because we have this we have a soap opera names like so we have an Avery now and Avery's mother's name is Alexis.
Well, there you
Oh, that's
go.
really funny.
So congratulations to us.
Mhm.
And our happiness and our joy. Let's hope that Holly and Tate do not experience their own bundle of joy anytime soon. But if they do, it will be an irradiated Hulk baby, and I am always here for that.
Well, they are.
Holding out hope for the
There might be
irradiated Hulk baby.
We'll have
might
the
be a
irradiated
little-
Hulk baby,
little molecules still.
little radioactive isotope. Connie will have a ghost baby. Come on, ghost babies.
Connie, like, oh, she is truly crazy, and she does she talk like a little girl a little bit, huh?
Well, maybe she's been emotionally regressed to a certain time of her age, you know, like when some trauma happened. Because you don't grow up being a literal backstabber without some sort of life pushing you in that direction. Fiona's going to have a
rejected too many
geriatric
times, huh?
pregnancy. That's what'll happen. Fiona. Geriatric pregnancy. And Brady will
It'd
be the
be
dad.
more of a geriatric than a geriatric pregnancy. That would be
And Victoria is going to grow up to be happy, well-adjusted, rich little girl.
Because that's what happens
Because
on
that's what
soaps.
because Xander's going to be a very put together dad. All right.
Already is. Already
Isn't he
is.
though? Isn't he though? Oh my God. I look forward to it all. It's going to be great. The stories are changing on Days of Our Lives. We're getting some new content coming up soon. It's very clear and obvious. So I'm excited for it. I'm always excited for a soap switch up.
Yeah.
I am here. The soapier, the better.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's so much conflict in Salem right now. Everybody's fighting and loving and hating each other. Like it
And
is
that's what
thick.
they're supposed to be
Oh
doing.
yeah. Oh yeah. But like it is like noticeable how much conflict there is in Salem versus a particular other show that we cover. Like there's a mess ton of conflict in Salem and it's fun. I like it.
I think the person that's spinning the hardest right now is EJ.
His stuff is
He
definitely
is.
falling apart.
Dan is really flexing those acting chops and doing
Isn't he?
so good. Oh God.
Days is like F not getting these Emmys. All right. Every category next year.
Yeah, he's really good.
Oh.
Man, if he and his sister could like be partners right now, they could really do some damage.
Well, they should find a way to work together for a minute then. EJ and Kristen, unstoppable. Can you imagine it, Kristen? You and I
She's gonna
taking
make
over the
him
world.
into their father's image. She's like, so help me God, one of you boys are not going to be worthless. And Ghost Stefano is going to say, thank you.
I can't believe
My
I wound up.
favorite child.
I can't believe I wound up with the one named Elvis. Well, that covers it, folks.
I think Stefano might have been a little bit like Brady, and he just had a hard time, like, keeping it together and not sharing it everywhere. So that's
But it was different with Stefano.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't as
Intentionally laid pipe. His pipe was all intentionally laid.
I get it. Brady falls into these things time and time again.
Yes. Okay.
While Stefano was like,
Stefano was more calculated and had bigger plans.
I'm wooing
Stefano's
you.
like, that's mine.
What was his thing?
Okay.
Did he have a thing? Did he have a particular seductive move like Sonny and his pasta sauce?
Oh God.
No. Michael whisks people away to Paris on General Hospital. Sonny makes pasta as a way to meet people.
Sonny's actual go-to move is he takes them to the island, gets them a dress and a necklace or a bracelet, and arranges for them to win at his casino. Okay. That was his go-to for a long, long time. There was a string of women that he did that with.
Okay.
Ava was wanting to go next. And it didn't turn out that way.
Same. I mean, Carly. Alexis. Right. I mean, it was a long. Reese. I mean, it was a long string of women that had the sunny Corinthos Island getaways.
Well, what about Stefano? Did he have something?
Not that I remember.
What were you gonna say, Ma? Sorry.
I don't know.
Oh, I interrupted her and the thought fell out of her brain entirely. All right, folks. Well, since we started talking about GH, we should just stop talking about Days of Our Lives now. Now we covered all the major hits. Of course, little things here and there happened as well, but we covered all the big bits. We made up stuff about the hamster Montoya or whatever. Welcome to Days for Dummies, everybody. We're all idiots.
Angela's not an idiot.
No.
Well, yeah, right now I kind of am on my, cold medication, so it's all right.
All right, everybody. Well, go rest up, have a cup of coffee, have yourself a little bagel, go hang out with your pets, not your family yet, that's later, but go spend some time with your pets, and
watch out for your hamsters that might be
seeking revenge.
Watching you. I'm just seeing the hamster with little hamster binoculars watching Mama Cat.
And a little rapier. Just a tiny little hamster rapier. You're looking like that rat character from the Chronicles of Narnia. Anyway. We'll be back at 11 a.m. to talk about General Hospital, and I cannot promise that show will be any more put together than this one.
That's what makes it
there's
fun.
other stories, you guys, but none of them involve putting any kind of creature in any kind of receptacle. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, no, don't cancel my mother.
Well, that just made that sound even creepier.
Well,
She just knows Richard Gere
what's a
personally.
gerbil?
We both went there, Ma. We both went there at the same time. It was a gerbil, and I mentioned Richard Gere. Oh my goodness. All right, folks. Well, join us for the shenanigans. And hopefully Angela will survive to the end of the show, because she might just keel over now.
Yeah, I might.
She's thinking, where did I meet these two?
Twitter isn't the
No,
worst place to make
no.
friends.
Yes.
Well, thanks for coming this week, Kelly. Hopefully you can join us for 10th Floor GH at 11 and have fun working next week. We'll be working next week, too, right back here on this channel at 9 a.m. for Days for Dummies. So join us to continue the day's talk as the life of Brady continues to fall apart and Salem is so juicy. And a new soap is starting. Not The Gates, but Heart and Soul.
There you go.
But put together by Kate and Abe. So look for the soap within the soap, because I guess Body and Soul. Because I guess
So close.
Ron ran out of stories to tell about the characters in Salem, so we're going to do a split: stories in Salem and stories in Body and Soul.
I am here for it.
Matt, go and edit Mom's Goof. We don't do that here on the 10th floor. You get it live and you get it raw, folks. All right, that's it. I'm signing off. I've been Matt.
I've been Kat.
And I've been Angela with Matt and Kat.
And we'll catch you next
Have
week.
a good weekend, everybody.
Goodbye.